First problem, if Z3 minus Z1 by Z2 minus Z1 is a real number, then show that the points represented by the complex numbers Z1, Z2, Z3 are collinear. So given that this is a real number, Z3 minus Z1 by Z2 minus Z1, this is a real number. This is a real number means in this number imaginary part is equal to 0. Given that it is real number means it is purely real number. Purely real number means imaginary part equal to 0. Then show that the points represented by the complex numbers are collinear. We want to show that the complex numbers Z1, Z2, Z3 are collinear. Collinear means if the slope of Z1, Z2 is equal to slope of Z2, Z3, then we can say that the given points are collinear. Slope of Z1, Z2. Slope of Z1, Z2 is equals to slope of Z1, Z3 or Z2, Z3. Z1, Z3. If slope of Z1, Z2 is equal to slope of Z1, Z3, then we can say that the points Z1, Z2, Z3 are collinear. Now we have to show that this condition. So given that it is a real number, further first we are taking the complex numbers as Z1 is equals to x1 plus iy1 and Z2 is equals to x2 plus iy2 and Z3 is equals to x3 plus iy3. So first we are taking the complex numbers like that and we are substituting these complex numbers in the given condition, given complex number Z3 minus Z1 by Z2 minus Z1. And after the simplification, next week we have to convert this number in the form of x plus iy. And in this number, we equate the imaginary part to 0. Since given that it is a real number means imaginary part equal to 0. That is the procedure. So first we are taking the complex numbers. Let Z1 is equals to x1 plus iy1 and Z2 is equals to x2 plus iy2 and Z3 is equals to x3 plus iy3. Next we are taking the given number Z3 minus Z1 by Z2 minus Z1 and this is equals to, now we are substituting the above complex numbers in this number, that is Z3 value x3 plus iy3 minus Z1 value x1 plus iy1 whole by Z2 value x2 plus iy2 minus Z1 value x1 plus iy1 and this is equals to, first we are taking the real part, that is x3 minus x1 plus, next we are writing the imaginary part, that is iy3 minus iy2 and taking I common, that is I into y3 minus y1. Here the imaginary part is iy3 minus iy1. Taking I common, then I into y3 minus y1 whole by, here also first we write the real part, that is x2 minus x1. x2 minus x1, real part. Next we are taking the imaginary part iy2 minus iy1. Taking I common plus I into remaining value y2 minus y1. Now this is Z3 minus Z1 by Z2 minus Z1. Now in the next step we take the rationalization by the term x2 minus x1 minus I into y2 minus y1. That is x3 minus x1 plus I into y3 minus y1 by x2 minus x1 plus I into y2 minus y1 into, taking the rationalization, x2 minus x1 minus I into y2 minus y1 whole by x2 minus x1 minus I into y2 minus y1. Now taking the product, x3 minus x1 into first value, x3 minus x1 into second value. We are multiplying these two terms by the term x3 minus x1. So the first term is x3 minus x1 into x2 minus x1. And the next term is first value into last value, minus I into x3 minus x1 into y2 minus y1. Now multiplying these two terms by the second term, that is I into y3 minus y1 into first value, I into y3 minus y1 into second value. So the next term is plus I into these two values, plus I into y3 minus y1 into x2 minus x1 and last value second value into second value, that is minus I square into y3 minus y1 into y2 minus y1 whole by, this is a plus b into a minus b, which is a square minus b square, that is x2 minus x1 whole square minus b square I square into y2 minus y1 whole square, and this is equals to, now first we write the real part, that is x3 minus x1 into x2 minus x1 plus this is imaginary part, this imaginary part, and this is minus I square is equal to minus 1, minus of minus plus, so the last term also real part, so plus y3 minus y1 into y2 minus y1, first value plus last value, real part plus real part, plus next writing the imaginary part by taking I common from the second and third terms, that is plus I into third term, y3 minus y1 into x2 minus x1 minus x3 minus x1 into y2 minus y1 whole by x2 minus x1 whole square minus I square becomes plus 1, I square minus 1, minus of minus plus 1 plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Now separating the denominator to the real part and imaginary part, that is x3 minus x1 into x2 minus x1 plus y3 minus y1 by y2 minus y1 whole by x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square plus I into y3 minus y1 into x2 minus x1 minus x3 minus x1 into y2 minus y1 whole by x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Now this is the value of z3 minus z1 by z2 minus z1. Now this is the value of z3 minus z1 by z2 minus z1. So what is the given condition? Given condition is given that z3 minus z1 by z2 minus z1 is real number. So it is real number means imaginary part is equals to 0. Real number, that is imaginary part is equals to 0. So we are equating the imaginary part to 0. That is imaginary part. What is imaginary part? Imaginary part value is equal to second part. y3 minus y1 into x2 minus x1 minus x3 minus x1 into y2 minus y1 whole by x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square is equals to 0. That is, taking cross product, 0 into this value becomes 0, which implies y3 minus y1 into x2 minus x1 minus x3 minus x1 into y2 minus y1 is equals to 0, which implies writing this negative term to that side, that becomes positive term. So which is y3 minus y1 into x2 minus x1 is equals to x3 minus x1 into y2 minus y1, which implies in the next step we are changing the terms as y3 minus y1 whole by x3 minus x1. That is, we are converting this term to this side, then it becomes by x3 minus x1 is equals to y2 minus y1 whole by, writing this total term to that side, becomes by x2 minus x1. So here y3 minus y1 by x3 minus x1 is equals to y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. So what are z1, z2, z3 values? First, z1 is equals to x1 y1, first complex number, x1 plus I y1, that is x1 y1. And what is z2? z2 is equals to x2 y2, second complex number, and z3 is equals to x3 y3. So what is y3 minus y1 by x3 minus x1? This is nothing but the slope of z1 z3. Slope of z1 z3. Here, since here z1 is equal to x1 y1, z3 is equals to x3 y3. What is slope of z1 z3? y3 minus y1 by x3 minus x1. That is y3 minus y1 by x3 minus x1 is equals to y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. What is y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1? This is slope of z1 z2. Slope of z1 z2. So So clearly here we get the answer is slope of Z1 Z3 is equal to slope of Z1 Z2. So slope of Z1 Z2 is equal to slope of Z1 Z3 means the points Z1 Z2 Z3 are collinear. Therefore the points Z1 Z2 Z3 are collinear, which is the required answer. That's all.